We have reached the last system, and it hides a problem so deep it went unsolved for the entire history of computing. Here it is. You can copy any digital thing, a photo, a song, a file, perfectly, infinitely, for free. So how do you make digital money that cannot be copied? If a coin is just data, what stops you spending the same coin twice or 1,000 times? For decades, the only answer needed a trusted middleman. Then, in 2009, someone removed him. Hold that question, and I'll show you how at the very end. This is the double spend problem, and it is why digital cash is hard. Hand someone a physical coin, and you no longer have it. The object itself enforces the rule. But send someone a digital coin, and you have only sent a copy. Nothing, in the data alone, stops you from sending that same coin to someone else a moment later. Without a fix, digital money is just counterfeiting waiting to happen. For decades, the fix was simple, and it was a who, not a how. You put one trusted authority in the middle, a bank, keeping the master ledger. Every coin you hold is really just a line in their book, and when you pay, they cross your balance down and write the recipients up. The double spend is prevented because one referee, and only one, decides what is true. That works, but it has a price. It means all your money ultimately lives inside someone else's ledger, under someone else's control. They can freeze it, reverse it, censor it, or simply make an error, and you must trust them completely because they are the single source of truth. Convenient, yes. But you do not really hold your money. They do, and they let you use it. Then, in 2009, an anonymous figure using the name Satoshi Nakamoto published a solution to a problem computer scientists had thought unsolvable: how to prevent double spending with no referee at all. No bank, no central ledger, no one in charge, and yet no coin ever spent twice. The idea launched Bitcoin, but the deeper invention was the mechanism underneath it, and that is what matters here. So how do you agree on the truth with no referee? You let everyone keep the ledger. Thousands of computers around the world each hold a full copy of every transaction ever made and follow the same rules to agree, constantly, on which came first. When you try to spend a coin, the whole network checks it against the shared history. Try to spend it twice, and the second attempt is simply rejected by the crowd. Truth by agreement, not by authority. But here is the genius and the catch. If anyone can join the network, what stops a cheat from flooding it with fake votes? The answer is to make agreeing cost something real. To add to the ledger, computers must burn enormous amounts of energy solving a hard puzzle, a proof of work. Rewriting history would mean outburning the entire honest network at once, which is astronomically expensive. Honesty is made cheaper than fraud, by design. And that is the trade at the heart of it. This system buys trustlessness with waste. The very energy that makes cheating too expensive also makes the network consume electricity on the scale of a small country, purely to keep agreeing on who owns what. The strength and the scandal are the same fact. Security here is literally paid for in power. Now the uncomfortable question of what this is really for. Stripped of the hype, the speculation, the fortunes won and lost, the achievement is narrow and profound. For the first time, two strangers can exchange value directly, with no institution in the middle, and be sure the same coin was not spent twice. Whether the word needed, that is fiercely argued. That it was, at last, possible is not. Which is the fitting place to end this whole series. Every system we have walked through, the money, the standards, the rails, the rules, was underneath, a way for strangers to agree on something they cannot individually verify, and to trust it. The double spend problem is that ancient challenge in its purest form, and its solution is just the newest answer to the oldest question. How do we agree, together, on what is true? So how do you stop a coin being copied, with no one in charge? You make everyone the ledger, and make lying cost more than honesty. The reason you can't copy-paste money is a problem so hard that solving it without a bank took until 2009. And that, in the end, is what all these invisible systems really are, not machinery, but agreements. The quiet, shared promises that let a world of strangers trust one another. Thank you for watching.